Welcome back to Sea Power. Today we're playing Medrun 1983. This is a scenario that is based on the assets that were in the Mediterranean during that time, including Libyan assets, Soviet assets transiting from the Black Sea into the Mediterranean, also patrolling the Mediterranean, and then the U.S. Navy assets, including the base out of Naples and all that. We are going to simulate what if a conflict had started with this type of battle of order, and just see what would have happened. So the game is not necessarily balanced for equality. It's actual units that were in this theater during the summer of 1983. Let's get started. All right, so down here we got a surface action group. I'll tell you what, let's go to the aircraft carrier first. Aircraft carrier is right here. I know initially we're going to have to get a lot of planes off the deck here, so let's go with F-14s. We want air-to-air. We want 4 of these, launch. And then we want F-14s, long-range intercept, 4 of them. Okay, that's 8 planes. It's going to take a minute to get up. We do have electronic warfare plane that we're not going to turn on electronic warfare just yet.
Hostile surface submerged submarine. Contacts detected.
Submerged submarine.
Roger. Turn 1, 2.
So we do have these helicopters out here in the middle of the water. I'm going to associate them with the Soviet battle fleet. Again, is hostile.
Roger. On station.
Alright, here's our AWACS plane. Let's make sure that he is navigated up to 30,000 feet. And that's exactly where he is.
Roger. Roger. Turn 1.
This is him right here.
0.
Make sure his radars are on. They are. Okay, that's the battle group. I'm going to start transiting the battle group. Well, we'll wait for the planes to take off. After planes take off, we'll transit them somewhere. Okay, Naples Cap. This is defending the airplane's up here. Here's an ASW airplane that's going down here.
Turn 1, 4, 0.
He's coming down low. Since he's transiting, I'm going to have him stay up at 10,000 feet.
Go to altitude 1, 0, 0, 0, 0.
AWACS plane, make sure his sensors are on. They are. What is this? Naples Cap. Naples Patrol. These are some F-15s that are just protecting the radar planes. Let's go to Naples Base Support. See what kind of...
New air. Contact detected.
Alright, looks like we have bombers, fighters. We don't have any ability to refuel.
Contact detected. New air. Contact detected. Bandits.
Alright, so let's get the... let's go ahead and load out our bombers with heavy anti-ship. Because we know something's going to kick off. We just don't know what yet. I'm going to take a guess that it's going to be naval warfare. Alright, we have Philadelphia down here. Transiting south. He's tracking a submarine. Let's go ahead and get him below the layer.
Make my depth 3, 9, 6.
We do have a lot of helicopters out
9.
here. Alright, what do we have here? We have lots of aircraft taking off. Very high speed. These are definitely hostile. What do we got here? 457. May not be hostile. 261. Yeah, if it's below 500 knots, I'm going to make sure we get a visual confirmation of it.
On station. Roger that.
All right, we're going to set up a quick screen here. We're also going to move him. Let's move him a little bit towards air cover.
Contact detected. New air. Contact detected.
All right. So we have our first flight of F-14s coming off the deck here. They're flying in formation. Looking great, by the way. Let's go ahead and get these guys up to 10,000 feet.
Roger. Go to altitude 1, 0, 0, 0, 0. Roger. 117. New air contact detected.
So I should mention it is peacetime. We don't have any orders to engage anything. We're simply monitoring this hostile fleet here. Everyone's weapons tight.
New air contact detected.
Let's go ahead and move Philly kind of away from contact here, because I don't want to engage with her just yet.
On station. New air contact detected.
Alright, so we have these four lining up. Now these have the long-range Phoenix missiles, so we're going to get them up to 10,000 feet here.
Roger, go to altitude 10,000. On station. Track 700. Bandits. Roger, turn 193.
I'm going to send these guys down here to keep an eye on this fast-moving radar contacts.
Detected.
These guys are trouble. Not happy about that. Okay, radar planes are up. UW plane. All right, I'm going to go ahead and
Roger, RTB.
start jamming down to the south because I don't know what the intentions of these planes are. And also general jamming in this area. There's an awful lot of air assets out here for a Soviet transit. They normally wouldn't have that many out. Something's up. We're moving our, let's go ahead and get some sensors up. Okay, so these guys long-range radar up. This is the escort for the battleship. This is USS Little Rock. It's a cruiser. It's been modified.
Air contacts detected.
Here's our ASW ship. It's Perry. Make sure he's got his sonar on. Want him banging away with his active sonar. Okay, good. And the sonar rate is deployed. Excellent. All right, so we're moving these guys north.
New air contact detected.
Good Lord. Look at all these helicopters they're launching. This is amazing. They're out here looking for... They're doing a complete ASW sweep. Or they're looking for us. See if our bombers are in the air yet. No, they're just taking off now. All right, let's go back to the carrier strike group.
New air contact detected.
Yeah, let's get a couple of anti-ship heavy ships up. We're also... Oh yeah, we need to turn him south. I forgot to do that. Let's do that now.
New air contact detected.
Actually, he is pretty south. What do we got here? How fast is he moving?
Multiple air contacts detected. Multiple
off.
air contacts detected.
It's gonna be a while before this P3 is on site, so... What the hell is this? Okay. Well, we've got formation coming right at us here.
New air contact detected.
I'm gonna mark these guys as hostile because they're flying in formation.
Multiple air contacts
See what his
detected.
range is. He's got pretty good range.
New air contact detected. Bandits.
Alright. Yeah. Looks like Libya is launching a lot of fighters to inspect our battleship. Right here.
New air.
That's why we're moving them away
detected.
from the coastline, because they have no air cover right now.
New air. Contact detected.
This is wild how many helicopters we got going on out here. Holy smokes. Alright, so everybody's in the air. Let's take the entire group and just... let's start transiting south.
Turn to course.
It's clear the Russian fleet is transiting south, probably to
New
Libya.
Air. Contact detected. Bandits. Multiple hostile air. Contacts detected.
Turn on their
Air
radars.
search on. Radar eye.
These are F-14s that are transiting to investigate the
New air. Contact
hostile
detected.
coming north. They're driving right at our carrier. I'm going to try and contact them, ask them to identify themselves. What are their intentions? Why are you driving right at my carrier? This could be just be a Cold War intimidation tactic. This kind of stuff happens a lot.
New air. Contact detected.
All right.
Bandits.
Looks like our bombers are forming up. We'll give them a few more minutes to make sure they get in a tight formation. Then we're going to transit them
Bandits.
over our carrier. Small radar echo. So that's a small plane. I'm going to peel off one fighter. I want to do a visual identification. Oh, they're turning away. Those are big 20...
Roger. Turn 213.
They've turned around or they're loitering. I'm not sure which. All right.
Roger. Turn 190. Multiple air. Contacts detected. On station.
Looks like everybody's...
7029 is classified. Hostile helo.
Everybody's in position. Just, it's like a Mexican standoff.
New air. Contact
It's literally a
detected.
Cold War standoff. And this is a great example of any other day in the Med during the 1980s. This was very common.
Multiple air.
Have this kind of
Contacts
situation
detected.
where their fighters are up, our fighters are up, and we're just watching each other. Sometimes very close.
New air. Contact detected. Multiple air. Contacts detected.
These guys are back. I think they've launched every helicopter that Soviet formation has.
New air. Contact detected.
Alright. Gonna go see what these guys are up to here. Let's make sure their sensors are on. They are. lost track of the submarine.
New air contact detected.
Let's go back to our bomber flight. Where's bomber flight at? Are we formed up yet? Yeah, we're formed up. Okay.
Roger, turn 186.
Have them navigate to 20,000 feet.
Roger, go to altitude 20,000. Track
And right there.
7035 is classified. Hostile helo. New air contact detected. Multiple air contacts detected.
This is that slow-moving group. Oh, shoot. Okay, hold on. These are all hostile. Okay, we've got a problem here because these guys are going right for our battleship. Okay.
New air contact detected.
Let's get you
Roger, turn
down here.
232.
We want to protect our battleship. Actually, let's get you guys to speed up a little bit.
New air contact detected.
I just want to get air cover over the battleship. The problem is at this speed, we're not going to have any time on station, so I do have to slow them back down again.
Roger, turn 072.
Let's get another flight of F-14s up. I want to make sure that we have air dominance, at least in terms of numbers. Wow. Okay, this is all of them. We have all of our F-14s in the air after that. Okay, I am very concerned about this flight right here. It's flying right at our battleship, and our battleship has no defense right now. There we go. Did you guys drop your tanks? Yeah, looks like they did. Well, how far away are they from? I really need to slow them down. They can't stay at this speed. 70 nautical miles. They're just inside Phoenix range if they have to fire. And you put that bubble right around our battleship. I want that. Once they get inside this bubble, I'll slow them down. It doesn't.
Air contact detected.
Where's the new one at? Let's see it. The question is how is it going to kick off, right? Like this is a tinderbox.
Multiple air contacts detected.
Just ready to explode. Let's go ahead and slow these guys down.
Roger. On station. New air contact detected. New air contact detected.
You guys in the air yet? I'm gonna send this flight here. down
Roger.
here.
Turn 252.
Because we have a lot of aggressors down to the south.
7019 is classified.
Oh, here we go.
Hostile
These
warship.
three are formed up.
New submerged submarine. Contact detected.
We've regained the submarine down there. Let's get them up to 10,000 feet.
Roger. Go to altitude 10,000. New air contact detected. New air contact detected.
I'm going to launch another formation of A6s. I want these to have the anti-ship missiles on them. Because if we have to strike that Russian fleet, I want to overwhelm them. I also want to make sure that our fleet is outside their missile range. So do we have any classifications on these radar echoes here? We do have the Moskva, which we're not surprised. That's why we have so many helicopters in the air. If we take a look at the Moskva real quick, they have the SAN-3, so not too much in terms of anti-ship.
Track
Moskva's a submarine hunter.
709 is classified. Hostile submerged submarine.
It's a helicopter carrier. We really need a classification on that submarine. Alright, so here we are. What are these guys up to? Okay. These guys are driving right at my battleship, and there's nothing I can do about it. Alright, so it looks like they're going to do a close pass on us. Get ready. I'm going to go ahead and man battle stations here.
Multiple air contacts detected. Bandits. Air search on.
Turning on all the radars.
Surface search on.
Battle stations are
Radar
up.
eye. New air contact detected.
Not sure what their intention is. What's their altitude? They're right off the water. They're at 200 feet, driving right at our... Alright, so this was common as well. They don't normally do this in formation, but they would peel off one fighter, sometimes even a bomber, and drive by our fleets very close at 200 feet. Looks like they're doing the same thing again.
New air contact detected.
Oh shit.
On station. Bandits.
They're shooting at us. Alright,
Greyhound away.
it's on.
Track 7017.
Call the Admiral, tell him that we are being attacked by
Bandits.
unknown Red Force air assets.
We've been hit.
Oh no, the Perry just got hit.
Kill track 7093. We're hit.
That's our air escort ship. Cruiser just got hit.
Track 7097 is toast. We're hit. Splash track 7098.
Alright, get an emergency alert message off to the Admiral. We are under attack. Oh boy. Trying to get everybody in order here. Okay.
Flooding beyond control. Abandoning ship.
Yeah, we're losing flights, I know.
Whip it away.
Get them.
Vampire. Bearing 6-2. Multiple hostile air contacts detected.
Not yet. All right, we're going to close on the submarine and sink it. Where's Viceroy Flight 1? Navigate to 300 feet.
Roger, go to altitude. Roger,
Close.
turn. Vampire, vampire, vampire. Bearing 6-1. Engage track 7035.
Oh my gosh, where's this flight?
Engaging track 7005. Fox 1.
Trying to figure out where these flights are at. You! Oh my god, sink. Shoot this guy right here.
Engaging track 7. Fox 1. Multiple hostile air contacts detected. On station. Engaging track 7035.
Seriously? Shoot the weapon.
Ceasefire track. Roger, turn. Kill track 7005. Engage track 7110. Fox 1. Track 7003 is toast. New air contact detected. Track 7. Engaged. Fox 1. New air contact detected. Fox 1.
Oh my god, we got so many foxes going on here.
Track 7101. Engage track 7048. Multiple Fox 1. Engaging track 704. Fox 1. Splash track 7111. Track 7111 is classified. Hostile. Engage track 7018.
Where's my
Fox
Viceroy
1.
flight?
Track
Here they are.
7047 is toast. Kill track 7048.
Salvo of 4.
Engage track 7019.
We're gonna launch a harpoon
Whip it
attack
away.
on the fleet.
Track, whip it away. Roger, RTB.
Nice.
Ceasefire track.
Where's my other Viceroy flight? Viceroy flight 2. Did they break
Track
up? What
7,
happened?
Roger, RTB.
Oh, I don't know.
Engage track 7046.
Viceroy flight 5-1. Can't seem to select him for some reason. Oh my god, so these guys are coming back again? Oh, these missiles, oh no. Engage.
New air
Salvo
contact detected.
4. Against this radar.
Engaging track 7017. Salvo fire.
Alright, we got anti-ship
Rehound
missiles
away.
coming in.
Track 70. Vampire, vampire, vampire. Bearing 99.
This is why battleships need air defense right here.
New air. Fox 2. New air contact detected.
Oh, Jesus.
Vampire, vampire, vampire.
Oh, those are bombs.
8.
I don't even know. Very odd.
New air contact detected. Whip it away. Engage track 7155. Fox 3. Engaging track 7046. Ceasefire track. Roger. Turn 164.
Now we have a bunch of anti-ship missiles coming in at us now. Alright, so this Viceroy flight. These guys are RTB, right? Yeah. Where's my second Viceroy flight? There they are. Oh, you guys hadn't formed up yet. What?
Vampire, vampire, vampire. Bearing 9.
Alright, let's light off the fleet's sensors.
Surface search, air search on. Radar eye. Hit track 701.
We've got a lot of incoming missiles.
Surface transmit active sonar. Surface search on. Radar eye. Air search on. Radar
Let's
eye.
turn on everybody.
Air search on. Radar eye. Air search on. Radar eye.
Somewhere in this mess is a bunch of anti-ship missiles coming at us.
Multiple air contacts detected. Engage track.
I'm trying to get rid of the helicopters that are over top of the Philadelphia so Philly can sink that submarine.
Track 7170. Multiple air contacts detected. Multiple hostile engage. Track 70 bandits.
Alright, looks like the battleship might have survived.
Engage track Fox 1. Bandits, engage track 7108. Fox 1. Engaging track 7.
Don't know what these are. Are these bombers? They are. Holy cow.
70.
Get on these now,
Fox
boys.
3. Track 7. Kill track 7108. New air contact detected. Engaging track 715. Birds away. Track 7 on station. Kill track 710.
That's a murder flight right there. They're coming after the fleet.
Fox 3. Multiple hostile air. Fox 3.
Okay.
Roger. Turn 062.
Oh, fuck. What was that? Alright, we're going to pause right here for a second. This is the SSN-3 anti-ship missiles coming in. And there's a bunch of them. Our fleet defense escort ships
Birds away. Track
right here are trying to defend the fleet against that.
787.
We're going to watch this formation as they get hammered here. There's 4 Phoenix long-range missiles coming in on this formation. I'm going to keep an eye on this up here as that happens.
Track 7155 is toast. Birds away. Track 7189. Hit track 7019. New air contact detected. Track 714. Birds away. Track
Another one down.
719. Track 7004 is toast. Splash track 7.
Nice.
Birds away. Track 7170. New air contact detected. Weapon error. No track assigned.
Alright, looks like we're out of missiles.
New air contact detected.
Not with this one, we're not.
Engage track 715 Fox 3. Engage track 707 Fox 3. Vampire, bearing 9.
Okay, we did kill the Cresta, it looks like, while all this was going on.
Vampire, bearing 9.
Looks like the fleet defense is going to be successful. Try to clean up my list here. We really want to keep attacking these helicopters. This flight. Make sure that they have their radars on. These bombers are just trying to outrun the missiles. They did outrun one. Maybe both. Wow. Good for them. Okay.
Engaging track.
Between speed and countermeasures, they managed to avoid both incoming missiles.
Engage track Fox 3. Weapon error. No track assigned. New air contact detect. Fox 3.
Let's see. He's firing another Phoenix. That's going to go loft up.
New air contact detected.
Right.
New air contact
He's looking
detected.
good. Just quickly want to come down here. Put some weapons on these.
Engage track 7-2 Fox 1.
Just going to keep knocking down these helicopters.
Fox 1. Kill track 7-1 on station. Fox 3. Engage track 7-2-7-3. Salvo fire.
Alright, looks like these bombers are tired of getting shot down. They're returning to base, or they might have got their missiles off too. These had long-range anti-ship missiles on board. We cannot let them land, because all they'll do is rearm and come back.
Track 7074 is history. Track 7279
yeah, we got his buddy.
is toast.
He just
Track
splashed right there.
7279 is classified. Hostile helo.
Engage him now. We can't. Engage him now.
In track 7278 is history. Track 7 engaging Fox 3. New air contact detected.
Nice.
Fox 1.
Alright, we got two missiles coming in on this one. Radar guided, one Phoenix. That Sparrow is really fast.
Track
Damn, yeah, the Sparrow got here first.
73 is toast.
It's pretty impressive.
Splash track 72. Roger, RTB.
Yeah, a lot of guys are Winchester after all these attacks. I'm taking out this radar site with my land attack Tomahawks. Ooh, okay, that was an intense battle. Our bombers are still coming down. Naples is so far away, it's almost not even part of the fight. We're still jamming everything here.
On station.
We did lose the submarine again. I hope to regain track on that. Once it's safe to get some anti-submarine aircraft up here, we'll do that. I just want to establish air dominance first. He's RTB. Let's go ahead and engage with you. Now that the bombers are dealt with, I can focus on this a little bit more.
Fox 1.
Okay. Let me get these guys formed up. So we did lose 2 ships. We lost a cruiser, and this is our Perry-class anti-submarine ship. They defended the battleship. This is the high-value target. He is still very vulnerable, by the way. So we're going to make sure that he's going best speed.
Air contact detected.
So we're going to increase speed. He doesn't have a sonar system, so there's no problem with going ahead flank.
Ahead flank. Maneuvering eye.
We're going to move.
Track 7173 is toast. Track 7173 is classified. Hostile helo.
Alright, so this flight here, they have plenty of fuel.
New air.
10,000 feet. I'm going to get them to provide CAT for the battle group. Get our electronic warfare plane down here. He'll be providing that. Where's our radar plane? Here we go, AWACS.
Roger, turn 210.
Do we have a second AWACS plane? Everybody's landing right now. Alright. We gotta let some air operate. Do we have a P3? No, we don't. Oh, we have P3 right here. Does he have ASW? He does, yes.
Roger, turn 1-1.
Alright, we're gonna get him in the fight. Let's get him up to 10,000 feet.
Roger, RTB.
Navigate 10,000.
Roger, go to altitude 10.
We're just doing that to save fuel. You guys are at 10,000. Make sure you're loitering. These guys have got to hold the line until we get some more aircraft recovered. More than half the air wing is in the landing pattern right now. Yeah, so it's going to be a minute before we get these guys back.
Roger, RTB. Roger, turn 1-0-0.
What's this guy doing?
New air contact detected.
Join the formation. Is he not part of a formation? He's supposed to be part of this formation, but he's not flying in formation. So I don't know what to do with him. He does have 1 long-range missile remaining. I'm going to break him off, since he's not in formation anyway. Let's go to leave formation. Yep,
Roger, turn 3-3-5.
Okay. Grab you.
Roger, turn 3-2-8. New air contact detected.
We know that he's hostile. I'm bringing my radar plane down here just to make sure that there's no more attacks coming out of Libya. We'll watch the Tomahawk attack on this radar complex.
New air contact detected.
So I've got some hits over there to the left. Can't tell exactly what we hit there. Well, the radar's still transmitting.
Track 7017.
Yeah, let's cease fire on these Greyhounds for now. We don't have good targeting data on that site, so I'm also keeping the 70-mile bubble protection over my carrier, over my battleship rather. So my problem right now is endurance. We're running out of missiles and fuel.
Engage track 7291. Fox 1. Multiple air contacts detected.
Holy smokes, they have a lot of helicopters. So the air defense of this fleet's about 40 miles. We're going to mark a 40-mile marker on this. Ooh, wow, we're inside that big time.
Roger, RTB. On station. Track 729. Roger, RTB.
It's RTBing. It's RTBing as well. Okay, so these helicopters coming down to look for submarines, and they will find the Philly if we let them get close. So we can't let that happen. So I'm going to focus on just keeping them knocked down as best I can. We're going to have to do this one at a time. I have to peel planes off one at a time, I think. Let's finish exhausting this flight here. Who has the most fuel? You have a lot of fuel. You have the least amount of fuel. Holy smokes. Why? Okay, who's this? Okay, that's why. You guys got a little bit of fuel. Alright, let's grab these guys. We'll start peeling them off one at a time.
On station.
Damn it.
Engaging track 7292. Multiple air contacts detected. Fox 1.
Everything up here is jammed again. I'd love to get this helicopter to the north, but that's low priority. It's these helicopters that are going after the Philadelphia that need to get taken care of. I do have a P-3 Orion anti-submarine plane en route to help with the search with this submarine that's to the east.
Track 7292 is history. Engaging track 7295. Contact detected.
Let's just see where those are at. As long as they're not coming out of Libya, I'm fine. New air contacts are probably just more helicopters. I do want to let's watch this missile attack. It's high probability of kill against a helicopter.
Track 72. Roger, RTB. Engage track 702. Not Fox 1.
Yeah. Take him out. That helicopter to the north got a little too close to us, just inside weapons range. Once he's down, there's no chance that they're going to detect these missiles coming in until they're right on top of them. So that frees up Viceroy Flight 5, which is right here. These guys have a clean shot right into the Soviet fleet. And they're already within weapons range. Let's do it. Good timing. Engage, engage. There we go. And I want to try and get the Moskva.
Whip it away! Whip it away!
Swarm of
Roger,
harpoons. These guys are going to RTB because harpoons don't need no help. We'll see how that pays off. That should be a good fight.
Engage track 7297. New air contact detected. Fox 1. Roger, turn 076.
Alright, so we now have a flight of F-14s over the battleship now. So I feel confident the battleship will be much better protected. We also have, I'm going to start jamming this radar.
Engage track 7017.
I also repositioned my AWACS to the halfway point between my battleship and the carrier fleet. This is a Sparrow going after a helicopter here. You can see the Russian fleet in the background, Soviet fleet in the background.
New track 7.
Oh, we regained the submarine.
7 is toast. Track 7297 is classified.
You're already below the layer.
Hostile helo.
Let's see how close are you to weapons range. Very close, very close. Yeah, actually just stay on this course. This is a good course. I'm going to reposition him down to here.
187.
This fleet is blind because of this one airplane. This one airplane is doing the work by himself of protecting the fleet. The reason why the Russian-Soviet fleet has not launched their long-range anti-ship missiles is because this one plane is jamming them just enough that they can't get a good position on our carrier. If I lose this plane, that changes. So we want to protect that plane. Where's our bomber fleets coming in?
7299 is classified. Hostile submerged submarine.
We launched everything at the Moskva here. Here's the Moskva, and here's why we did that. This is where all the helicopters, or the majority of the helicopters, are coming from. This is a helicopter carrier. The story behind this ship is really interesting. They originally wanted to design it as an aircraft carrier. They wanted it to be nuclear, Soviets did. They ran out of money. They realized they wouldn't be able to build it. These ended up being built in Ukraine, which during the 1970s and 80s was the primary shipyards of the Soviet Union. Those were very good, large shipyards. And they built a total of 3 of these eventually. And they all operated out of the Black Sea, which is why I never got to see one in real life whenever I was in the Navy. Is they very rarely came out of the Black Sea, and when they did, they would just go to the Med. And I was just outside the Med once in my entire career, so I didn't get to see one of these. Saw just about everything else, but this is the one that's not on my list. And from a submarine point of view, this is a scary ship, because they have something like a dozen anti-submarine helicopters on board. This thing can search a large volume of water looking for submarines. So you don't want to get anywhere near it as a submarine, which is why we're targeting it with a bunch of harpoon missiles right now. And then the Philly can have a field day. Philly just get up in there and do some business. I mean, the other ships have good ASW capability, and they do have 1 to 2 helicopters apiece. But this, as far as anti-submarine warfare goes, this is the queen piece of the chessboard and must be taken out.
On station.
Oh, here's another one.
Engaging track 7300. On station.
Just checking on my missiles over there. Looks like we recovered a lot of those aircraft, so that's good. How much fuel do we have left? Oh my gosh, like none. We're gonna have to pause landing operations to take off a couple. Oh my gosh. We have so many aircraft queued up right now, it's insane. Let me just get a 2-flight of air intercept up for fleet patrol. CAP, combat air patrol. We still have a lot of aircraft trying to land. Oh wow, here we go.
Fox 1. On station.
Where are the harpoons at? I can hear them. All right, we got a couple hits on the Moskva and the support ship behind it.
Track 7008 is classified. Hostile warship.
Excellent. Yeah, support ship is down. This fleet's going to be crippled. They won't have any fuel to go anywhere. I believe they were heading to Libya. Kind of putting the pieces together now. Oh, here we go. Let's watch this. Coming after the helicopter.
Track
good hit.
7300. Track 73. Roger. Turn 236.
I thought the fleet might be within view, but I don't see them. Where's my P3 at? Still a long ways away. Got a radar plane there. Got this Tomahawk strike going against this radar that's here. I should send down a flight of anti-radiation missiles, and those missiles will seek out the radar on their own and take them out. That's how we're going to deal with this radar. Tomahawk is a great weapon to do it, but you need to have the precise location, which we do not have. So, you know, something about weapons employment, you would never fire a precision weapon unless you had a precise target, because otherwise you're just guessing, like apparently these Tomahawks are. The Tomahawks are told exactly where to go and land and hit. Not land, but actually hit. So they should have never been launched in the first place, because we don't have an exact target. You can see the yellow circle of uncertainty here, area of uncertainty. That's why it kind of surprised me whenever the first group was launched. I was like, well, what are you shooting at? You know, you don't really know. Anything in this coastline is a potential target. I think we just passed something. Something back there was making noise with the generator. Oh, wow. This one just completely missed, I guess. I don't know where it's going. Huh. I have no idea. This is about to be collateral damage, I think. This is not good. Uh-oh. Yeah, who knows where that's going to end up. All right, do we have our cap launched yet? Yes, we do. Okay.
On station.
Let's get you guys.
Roger. Turn
here. Who is this?
7.
You guys are RTB, right? Yeah. RTB. Okay, great. These guys are doing a good job. See, we got somebody landing as somebody's getting off the runway. This is good. This is what you want to see. You want to see, you know.
On station.
Where's he go? Oh, he's going to back up. Okay. He's getting a pushback.
Roger, RTB.
Yeah, our initial combat air patrols, they're running out of fuel. That's what's going on there.
On station.
So I need some anti-submarine planes up in the air. Let's go with flight deck. Let's go with SA3, S3A rather. Looks like it kicked in there for a second. I just want a 2-ship. Going to launch that. We're going to help the Philly sink this submarine. Philly's a really valuable target. We don't want to lose her. Oh, it's an Oscar. This is super dangerous. This is a fleet killer. This thing carries, what is it, 16? I forget. I'm getting old. I'm forgetting my basic knowledge here. SN 19 missiles, but how many? It's a bunch. It's a lot. Is it 24? I think it's 24 of them. Like 12 and 12. When I say 12 and 12, I mean 12 port, 12 starboard. And they'll launch them all at once in a batch, and it will just overwhelm the Aegis combat system unless you have, one, a lot of forewarning, and then a lot of missile VLS assets. In the 1980s, that wasn't always the case. We didn't always have enough to defend against this. They could launch these missiles one right after the other, just a few, 30 seconds in between, 20 seconds. It wasn't much time in between. The Achilles heel of the Oscar is that it needs a target. It needs a...
Roger, RTB.
It doesn't need a specific location, it just needs an idea. But the range of that missile is like over 100 miles. 378 nautical miles, and it's a supersonic missile. Yeah, this harpoon's going to go on forever, I think. Okay, Dragonflight is right here. These guys just took off. These are our sub-hunters. Very slow, but very capable ASW airplanes. I really wish the Navy had kept these. But they're retired now. But in 1983, in our scenario, these were a big part of anti-submarine warfare. Very active.
Roger, turn 114.
This is our bomber flight. Let's steer these guys directly to the launch point. So I believe that Oscar is probably within our torpedo range now. It is. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to keep an eye on it. Philadelphia's just going to keep an eye on Oscar. And we're going to prosecute this target with our combat airplanes, ASW planes, Dragonflight rather. So Viceroy Flight 1, who is that? He should be RTBing. Let's give him the order to RTB.
Roger, RTB.
These guys are at 10,000 feet. Let's move them up to 20,000 feet for fuel economy.
Roger, go to altitude 2. Roger, turn 051.
Okay. So we have really good defense for the, what do you call it? The battleship. Do you know what we don't have for? We don't have any ASW down here, so let's fix that. I can't believe that's a major oversight on my part. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I just realized there's no submarine escort for that battleship. And if it gets sunk, it's probably going to be by a submarine. So let's fix that right now. Let's take another 2-flight ASW. Be another Dragonflight. I should have renamed it something else. No, because now I got 2 Dragonflights up there. That's all right. Oh wow, we lost the submarine again. That's interesting. So intermittent contact on the Oscar. Oh, the Moskva sank. Look at that. That's huge. This is a big victory. That's a big victory. don't see any more helicopters coming out, so... But who's got the most fuel? He does. These guys do not. I'm gonna have this guy. I'm trying to get this guy to leave formation here. Leave formation. I'm just seeing if they both have the same amount of fuel. Yeah, one's got more fuel than the other. So the one with the least amount of fuel, this guy. As soon as I give him some orders. Can't seem to give them any orders right now. Oh, the Oscar's repositioning to intercept the Philly. That's not good. I'm going to do a defensive fire, I think, on the Philly.
Engage track 7299. Whip it away. Track 7299.
All right, we're going to go to evasion. Hold on a second. I forget what kind of weapons they have. 27 nautical miles. That's all I need to see. Philly. Head standard.
Ahead standard. Maneuvering eye.
So what I'm doing here is I'm creating separation between my torpedo and myself. So whenever he detects the torpedo, it will be bearing 265. I plan on being as far off 265 as possible. I could turn around, but the time it takes to turn around would simply delay me getting off the bearing. So what I'm going to do is continue to the south and speed up. And I'm going to do so very quietly. We're going to navigate down as deep as possible. Very deep.
Make my depth 1-1-2-6.
We're fortunate that we're in a deep part of the med. A lot of the med is not this deep, but the center part is, obviously. And then we're going to go and we're going to slowly speed up. As we pass 500 feet, I'm going to speed up to head full. Passing 500 feet, ahead full.
Ahead full. On station.
So at this point, the wire to the weapon is cut. And we're post-launching tube 2. It takes a few minutes. I do like how the torpedo reload time has been increased to approximately 15 minutes. I'm not going to say if that's accurate or not, but I'll tell you it is more accurate than it was in the game Cold Waters. So 15 minutes is a lot closer to reality. And we almost have our ASW flight overhead. This Dragon flight is going to be protecting...
Roger. Turn 226.
Protecting our battleship there. I was trying to get these guys to RTB.
Roger. RTB.
Excellent. So we have 1 and 1. We have 2 independent F-14s, a little bit too close to each other, so
Roger. Turn 2.
let's create a little bit of separation there. These guys could be in the same flight, they're so close.
Roger. Turn 319.
But I don't see any more helicopters coming out of this flight. I think they've run out of helicopters. We certainly shot down enough. I'm going to go ahead and call this guy hostile, because he's in that formation. All right, Philly is still evading. We're going to go to a head flank now. there it is. Flank.
Ahead flank. Maneuvering eye.
Okay, cool. Looking good. Start moving my radar plane back up north a little bit.
Roger. Turn 050. Roger. RTB. Roger. Turn 051.
What is this? Oh, wow. Oh, this is the cap. Okay.
Roger. Turn 187.
Let's get them up to 20,000.
Roger. Go to altitude 2000. On station.
Where's our bombers at? Bombers are coming in. They're going to finish off this fleet. We're going to start working on Libya. Libya is the one that messed up. They started this whole thing off by attacking our ships and sinking 2 of them. You know, Gaddafi got a win, but he's about to pay the price. So let's launch a package against Libya. We're going to begin with a strike package. No, let's start with anti-radar. Yes. Is there a better one than that? Okay, and then we're going to get now we're going to go with anti-ground. We're going to bomb the hell out of Libya. All right, this is going to be a long-range strike. Actually, I don't think it needs to be long-range. Let's go with strike. 4-ship launch. Okay, we're going to launch a counterattack against Libya for sinking 2 American naval ships.
On station. Roger. Turn 199.
So here's the big picture. We have a flight of B-52s coming in for an anti-ship attack on the Soviet fleet. We have ASW, anti-submarine warfare escort, in Dragonflight here to protect the battleship. We have air cover overhead. We have air superiority over the battleship and over our carrier fleet. Philadelphia is attacking the position, last known position of the Oscar. And Dragonflight 1 is en route to assist with this. All right, so the target has been alerted. It's very important the moment that happens to mark the position as best you can and mark the range. So sonar range is 11 nautical miles detection range for the Oscar. That's very good. So they're going to be counterfiring now, and I'm going to mark it right here. So they're going to launch at least three weapons in this direction. Let me get it specifically on him. So if you just follow this all the way out, this black line is where the torpedo attack is happening. We want to get as far away from this black line as possible. So we're going to go 90 degrees perpendicular, right about there, to this black line. We want to open this range. We want this range here to be maximum. Right now, we're only 2 nautical miles off. And I'm going to attach that line to the Philly so that it grows as we get away. This, like I said, you want to be as far away as possible. You need to be a minimum of 2 nautical miles away, which we're already that. But because they're going to fire more than one weapon and they're going to fan out, you're going to want to have 4 nautical miles for the second weapon, maybe 6 nautical miles because we're as far away as they are, and we already know that their torpedoes have a range of 27 nautical miles. We're well within torpedo range. We're not going to outrun their counterfire. We have to avoid it, which is why I'm not running away from the torpedoes. I'm running perpendicular to try and get outside their acquisition envelope, their acquisition window of that counterfire. That's certainly coming. So that's why I'm at a flank bell. I'm not worried about doing a follow-up attack because I'm going to have air assets overhead in just a few minutes. The whole idea is to get the Philadelphia to survive this attack. The reason why we pressed the attack is because the Oscar, when we reacquired it, was on an intercept course for the Philadelphia. It looked as if we had been compromised. That's why I immediately shot the Mark 48. Put him on the defensive, have him evading until Dragonflight 1 gets overhead.
On station. On station. On station. Roger. Turn 270.
All right, so Dragonflight 1. We're going to lay down some buoys here.
On station. On station.
Let's try that again. I'm going to lay down a buoy that's below the layer first. Let's reposition that a little bit. Notice how I'm putting it ahead of his motion of travel. This is a noisemaker, by the way. It's not moving. But his last known course was in that direction. I've compressed time a little bit. That's why it's a little jumpy. We have some flights on station. Let's get them going in the right direction. So our A7 flight first.
Roger. Turn 187.
Let's get them up to 10,000 feet.
Roger.
Some kind of
Go
fuel
to
range.
altitude 1 0
Plenty of
0
range.
0 0.
Let's make sure these 4 are formed up. Looks like they are.
Roger. Turn 204.
Let's navigate you guys to 10,000 feet as well.
Go to altitude 1 0 0 0 0. Buoy away.
How much fuel do you have? So this flight here is going to be covering them. 20,000 feet.
Roger.
This is the air escort for the ground attack that's about to happen. All right, we're going to drop a passive sonar buoy above the layer. And he's going to drop an active sonar buoy. Right there. So we have a deep sonar buoy passive, a shallow sonar buoy passive. The Mark 48. The Mark 48 has changed course. It might have found a target. We don't have any communication with the weapon, so we don't know for sure.
New New submerged submarine.
There it is.
Contact
It's to the
detected.
north. Okay, the torpedo did find the weapon, or the target. Oh, that might have been our passive sonar buoy. He's shallow. The target is shallow, so the shallow sonar buoy saw him. Excellent.
Engage track 7302.
We cannot retarget the Mark 48 because we don't have a wire with it. Mark 48 appears to be going after the decoy. So Mark 48's been decoyed. This active sonar buoy is below the layer. This guy's going in for an attack on the Oscar. The Oscar will take multiple weapons to sink. It's a big double-hulled submarine.
Whip it away.
All right, we'll watch the weapon do its job. This looks like a really good shot. It's from a good aspect. The question is how deep is this submarine? All right, so the torpedo is initializing. It's going to its initial search depth, which apparently is shallow. It'll begin... Oh, it already found the submarine. It's right there. It's going right after the submarine right now. There it goes. Now it's adjusting depth to it. Really good shot. Oh, wow. Well, the torpedo got decoyed somehow. That's interesting. I don't know why. All right, it's changing depth now. It got distracted by something. Oh, that's wild.
Track 7302 is classified. Hostile submerged submarine.
Oh.
Ceasefire, track. Engage track 7302.
Watch, we're going to drop another weapon on it. I don't know what happened to the first weapon. That's odd.
Whip it away.
Let's see how this weapon goes. Okay, weapon goes shallow. It's still doing its initialization. We'll hear it go active here in a second. The submarine's in full evasion now. Okay, so looks like we're having some bad luck with the weapons. I'm going to go ahead and have the Philly slow back down again.
Ahead 2/3. Maneuvering aye.
And we're going to reverse course because we're have to possibly do this with a Mark 48. So let's navigate up to just below the layer.
Being my depth 436. Dive aye. Multiple hostile submerged submarine. Contacts detected.
Those are the countermeasures. They're calling them submarines because they don't know for sure. This weapon says it's tracking, but it's not tracking in depth. Oh, interesting.
Roger, RTB.
So I think what we're going to do for now is we're just going to monitor this submarine until we figure out what's going on with the weapons. This is our combat air patrol escort for the land attack planes. Let's get Dragonfly 3. Let's get these guys on station here. Let's get them down off the deck.
On station. Roger, go to altitude 500.
We're going to drop a sonar buoy pattern.
We'll go.
Right there. I'm also going to have them break the formation up.
Roger, turn 164.
So they're operating independent of each other. Once you begin a search like this is how you would do it. Technically, they would still be the same flight, but they're prosecuting different areas at the same time. If there's any Airedales out there, let us know what the name of that is, because I don't know.
Confirmed.
So we've got a sonar buoy to the field to the north, a sonar buoy field to the east, just protecting the battleship rather. This guy survived 2 attacks. They've attacked it twice, no damage, despite not having any surface-to-air missiles. So defended itself with Sea Whiz and World War II era anti-aircraft guns, and it worked, which is surprising. Philadelphia's almost on course. Yeah, the Oscar's just outside weapons range.
Away.
Oscar's still doing 20 knots. We're going to be doing 10. So I'm just kind of keeping Philadelphia in the area. Honestly, these ASW torpedoes should be performing better. I don't know why they're performing the way they are. That's not normal. I'm going to go ahead and break up Dragonflight as well.
Roger, turn 2. Roger, turn buoy away.
Not sure where this Mark 46 torpedo is heading off to. Alright, so our bombers are finally getting close. Let's just see if we can use them now. Good lord. Can't even find them on my list. There they are. Okay, you guys need to get down to attack altitude. Let's go down, navigate, set altitude 1,000 feet.
Roger, go to altitude 1000.
And we're going to watch how a B-52 flight attacks a fleet.
On station.
The on-station call was the Combat Air Patrol protecting the Libyan attack. If Libya launches a counter attack or another flight, those F-14s will be in position to greet them. We already shot down between 8 and 10 Libyan bombers. There were Russian bombers, but stationed in Libya apparently. Illegally, I might add, in 1983. I guess not illegally. They could be visiting, but they were used as an attack against our fleet. That's the illegal part. So each one of our bombers has 12 harpoons. So you can do the math on that. It's quite a bit. Once we're down on attack altitude, we will commence attack. We're also a little bit out of range.
Away!
But notice how we're coming in, you know, broadside here. So what I'll do is I'll attack the crest of 2 first for sure.
Buoy away! Roger, turn 2-7. Roger, turn 2-8-2.
This Oscar is hauling butt.
Buoy away!
Let's have him RTB.
Roger, RTB.
We'll get another flight up for him to replace him. Normally you would launch the flight first. I kind of did that backwards.
Buoy away!
The circle around the Soviet fleet is the range of the harpoon, so I know I got to be inside that bubble to begin my attack.
On station. Buoy away! Roger, turn 1-7-9.
So I'm moving the jamming airplane down closer to Libya now that the attack flight has gotten close. We're jamming so much of the coastline, they should not see these bombers come in at all. B flight, because we're using anti-radiation missiles, actually needs to stay high. They'll have longer range by shooting at a higher altitude. But for game reasons, there is a limit. We will see what that limit is right here.
On station.
So that is not many miles. We're going to look that up, actually. Unit reference, let's go to the AGM-45, which is the anti-radiation missile. It has a range of 25 nautical miles. It doesn't seem to take into account altitude. So I'll just put a 25 nautical mile range around the radar. Put another circle down here. Mark the center of the unknown. And what did I say, 25, right? 25, no, that's right there. So that's the bubble for the anti-radiation missiles. And I'll mark it with just by being inside that. Oh, shoot. That's supposed to be the entire flight. Let me make sure I actually mark the entire flight there. Yes, I did. Okay. All right. Now this flight, these guys are straight up bombers, so they need to be low. But we're not going to begin the bomber flight attack until we take out this radar. I'm going to drop a... is this guy deep? He's at 550 feet. He's deep. So let's drop a passive sonar buoy right here in front of him. And you're going to drop an active sonar buoy right in front of him as well. Where's my P3 at? There he is.
Buoy away!
Looks like he slowed back down. Well, it says he's doing 20 knots. He just looks slower than he actually is. He's definitely transiting. He doesn't have a good sonar search going on at 20 knots. Thing is, he's going faster than the Philly. He's opening range on the Philly. He's possibly trying to get back under the protection of the fleet here, thinking that maybe they have helicopters. They certainly do have air defense, so they can shoot down these, ASW planes we have. There's the torpedo. We're going to watch this attack. This torpedo is basically mark on top. We have to get this torpedo to search deep. Okay, it's initializing. It's going to its initial search depth, which is shallow. Yeah, he's launching countermeasures now. Even at 20 knots, the Oscar sonar system is good enough to hear the weapon splash. So he's down there launching countermeasures. Weapon's basically passing right over top of the submarine. There it is. One thing I can't do is I can't set the search depth of the torpedo. That's up to the operators. But as long as that Oscar's evading, he's not shooting the fleet, so this is good. Alright, our B-52 flight is now in play. They are on altitude, on course, and in range. Going to engage a salvo of 4, which will be 16 missiles. Now let's do 8 missiles against the first target. And 8 missiles against the second target.
Whip it away! Whip it away!
4 missiles against the support ships that are behind them. Excellent. So that is a significant attack. We're going to open range.
Roger.
Turn away, but stay and loiter. And we will see how this attack goes. I'm pretty sure the Soviet fleet is dead at this point. And the fight for the Oscar continues. Here's our P3.
Roger, RTB.
Not sure who's RTB in
On
here.
station. On station.
Okay, we're going to go ahead and take B Flight 1. These are our anti-radar planes. They're on station now. And we're going to shoot 1 missile. And I'm curious to see if any counterfire comes up and shoots this missile down. Oh, that's interesting that the radar homing missile needs an actual target. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to check fire that. And we're going to have him come over here.
Turn 188.
And we're going to have him navigate down to an altitude of 500 feet.
Roger, go to altitude.
And that way he'll be able to visually see the target
0.
and then shoot it. This is the harpoon attack. Remember, these ships' radars are jammed, so they don't really... They have very short detection range. All right, now they see the harpoons coming in, but it's too late. There's too many. They would have to get very lucky to shoot all these down, which is just not going to happen. A lot of misses. I'm very concerned about that. Yeah, those explosions in the background, that's the supply fleet getting absolutely wrecked.
Track 7010 is classified. Hostile warship.
Back to our bomber flight.
Roger, turn 150.
Coming back in, we're going to conduct a re-attack on the survivors.
Ground contact detected.
Let's take care of that ground contact first. Oof. Okay. Yeah, this is going to get hairy. We need to navigate this entire flight down to 500 feet.
Roger. Go to altitude 500. Roger. Turn 173.
Okay, Viceroy Flight 1.
Contact detected.
Navigate down to 1,000 feet.
Roger, go to altitude 1. Roger, turn 181. Track 7310 is classified. Hostile missile site. Track 701.
Drop your cluster bombs on him.
Engage track 7310. Track
So we're gonna begin attacking these anti-ship missile sites.
Missile site.
Still don't have a good location on that radar.
New ground contact detected.
Okay, he's popping up to get enough altitude to take out the target.
Roger, go to altitude 1000.
He's diving back down again.
On station.
Don't see any anti-air fire at all. No SAM protection. No anti-air artillery.
Bombs away. Hit track.
Nice.
On station. New ground contact detected. Engaging track 7311.
Okay, with Viceroy
Multiple
flight.
ground contacts detected. New ground contact detected. Track 7.
This bomber flight, we're going to bomb the hell out of this airbase.
Hostile SAM site. Track 7313 is classified. Hostile missile site. Engaging track 7309. Track 7314. Engaging track 7017.
We're going to watch Viceroy Flight 1 absolutely carpet bomb.
Hostile SAM site. Track 7316 is classified. Hostile missile site.
There they are, found it.
Engage track 7. Whip it away. Whip engaging track 7309.
All right. There's going to be a large bombing attack on this airbase.
Hit track 7017.
You can see the runway right ahead. This is the runway right there.
Bombs away. Roger. Bombs away. Hit track 7. Roger. RTB.
That is one dead airbase.
On station. On station.
Okay. I'm going to free up B Flight to acquire their own targets.
Surface search on. Radar eye. Bombs away. Bombs away. Hit track 7312.
All right, so we're bombing the anti-ship missile positions and some air defense positions. Looks like one ship is dead in the water, and we're going to finish it off with our bombers. Let's go back to bomber flight. Give them the order to attack. Wow, they just unloaded on the last ship.
Roger, Roger.
They shot all their harpoons at one ship. And now they're RTBing. Going back to Naples.
Roger, RTB.
Air Force boys must have a date tonight. They're like, listen, we're done fighting this war. We're Winchester going home. Excellent. All right, let's get you down to 500 feet here. Actually, let's get you all the way down to 300 feet.
Roger, go to altitude. Guns, guns, guns.
These guys are having a heyday down there.
Hit track 7315. Bombs away. Guns, guns, guns. Hit track 73. Bombs away.
Guys are down here having a ball. All the explosions happening.
Guns.
We took out a number of radar sites. The airbase is still alive.
Track 7316.
How many land attack? You have 16 land attack. I'm going to take out this airbase. Are they not within range? Oh my gosh.
Away.
What? Hold on a second. The land attack. Oh, wow. There it goes, yeah.
Engage track 7. Buoy away.
Let me try that again. Yeah, this should... There we go.
Engage track 737. 9. Salvo fire. Greyhound engaging track 730.
We're gonna pummel this airbase.
Salvo fire. Greyhound away. Track 7309. Greyhound away. Track 7309.
Alright, this is Mark 46. We're going to do a salvo of 2 on the Oscar.
Greyhound engaging track 7302. Salvo fire.
Yeah, that's the battleship. He's doing a revenge attack on the airbase that sank his escorts.
Guns.
That airbase is going to be going away.
Hit track 7309.
Yeah, they're strafing the airline and everything. These guys are having a blast. This is the A7s.
Hit track 7309.
That was the parking area for the airplanes. There won't be anything left of this. How many bombs does he have left? Not many.
Guns.
Awesome. Alright, this poor ship is about to get attacked by an unnecessary amount of harpoons. I don't think he's got any radars remaining. I don't see anything turning and burning or rotating and radiating, I guess would be a better word. So I don't expect any counterfire. This guy's just going to get pummeled. Oh, did he just sink? He did. His magazine just exploded. Harpoons are our mark on top. There still should be enough of a radar return for the harpoons to hit. We'll switch camera to these guys and see what they do. Yeah, there they go. Just diving down on him. Good lord. This is oof.
Hit track 7012.
Yeah, he sunk. That'll do it. Alright, let's figure out how we get a weapon on this guy here. P3 coming in. We want to make sure the Philadelphia is not going to be anywhere near these Mark 46s. What are we doing here? There's no more radars left to shoot. So let's engage with guns. 20mm on this.
Engage track 7313. Salvo fire.
What we're doing is waiting for the Tomahawks to finish their job. They're en route.
Hit track 7313.
We damaged. Oh no, we destroyed it. It is dead.
Engage track 7311.
There's one more remaining. Oh, he's got he still has some CPUs remaining.
Engage track 7-3-1-1. Guns, guns, guns. Hit track 7. Guns, guns, guns.
Yeah, if the guns don't get him, we'll drop these bombs on him. Yep, he's dead.
Engaging track 7-3.
All right, we're going to go back and bomb the airfield one more time. Airfield's where all the smoke's at, right in the center.
Bombs away.
See some fuel tanks there.
Hit track 7-3.
And we hit 'em.
0-9.
That was good. That was a good bomb. Yeah, destroyed some fuel tanks. Yeah, rinse and repeat. Just keep dropping everything you have on them, boys. I'm watching this. The Oscar turned around. That was smart. I'm getting the Philadelphia out of the way. We got so many anti-submarine torpedoes running around this Oscar, I don't want to accidentally hit the Philly. We'll watch our attacks here.
Engaging track 7-3-0-9.
Oh, these guys are coming in for a big attack. Holy smokes.
Bombs away.
Whatever this building is here, it's about to go away. That's the control tower.
Hit track
The control tower is toast.
7-3-0-9.
Still standing though. It's because it was a cluster bomb. Okay. Let's get these guys turned around. Do it again.
Bombs away. Hit track 7-3-0-9.
Hey, control towers is on fire. See some vehicles lined up there.
Hit track
Oh, got 'em.
7-3-0-9.
So we hit the vehicle depot. Nice. Tomahawks are about to come in and just lay waste to this place. Here we go. P3.
Whip it away.
P3 just dropped 2 weapons. Awesome. Looks like the weapons, they say they're tracking, so let's see. Let's see if they actually are. Ah, they're changing depth. That's good. This is a good sign. Oh yeah, this is a good intercept course. Excellent.
7302.
That should really slow him down. He's certainly not dead, but he won't be evading too many more torpedoes in this condition. We're going to give the guy a chance to surrender. He can blow to the surface, and that'll be fine if he wants to do that. Oh, the airbase is done. The A7s took out the airbase. This is, well, we can't recall the Tomahawks, so we're going to watch the Tomahawk attack anyway. Let's watch this come in.
Hit track 7302.
These guys are not as close as I thought they were. So the question is, I think we want to watch the Tomahawk attack from here. Like from an aerial view. As long as these airplanes keep circling. Yeah.
Roger, turn 10.
Yeah, I'm just going to have them loiter over the base. Where's the smoke at? Oh, it's right below us. Okay.
On station.
So we're going to watch from this perspective. We're going to watch the Tomahawks just lay waste to this place. Alright, while we're doing that, it's going to be a minute before that happens. Did we get a second hit on the Oscar? I think we did. Yeah, I think he's sinking out. Oh, he came to the surface. Is he surrendering? Are you kidding me? Oh my God, he came to 5-4 feet. Oh no, he's going back down again. Well, that looks a lot like launch depth to me,
On
folks.
station.
So I'm going to go ahead and attack him again. Engage with salvo of 2.
Engage track 7302. Salvo fire. Engaging track 7302. Salvo fire.
Well, while that's going on, we're going to watch this attack here.
Whip it away. Roger, RTB.
The remains of this airbase is about to get decimated. You can hear the Tomahawk missile engines flying underneath our planes. There they go.
Hit track 7302.
Okay, I think that was the Oscar again. We got him twice. This airfield is definitely toast. Got some real-time battle damage assessment. Now, in today's world, we can do this in real time without aircraft overhead. We can watch it from multiple different sensors, watch and get battle damage assessment as it happens. United States intel capabilities, very capable. All right, let's send B Flight home. They did a great job. Well done, boys.
Roger, RTB.
We managed to keep the battleship alive. We've really hurt the Oscar. He should be sinking out. Where's his depth at? Oh my gosh. Yeah, he just died. Yep. He is a oil stain on the surface of the Mediterranean. Outstanding job. So, unfortunately, because it was kicked off with a surprise attack, we did lose 2 ships. We lost the Perry class down here, sunk at the bottom. We also lost a light cruiser, which was a Korean era ship, but still, light cruiser. The point is, they defended, those 2 ships sacrificed themselves to defend the battleship, giving them enough time to escape. And the battleship was no slouch either, shot down a number of airplanes with their phalanx and their old school anti-aircraft fire. And then once we knew that we were under attack, we were in a shooting war, it's no contest. The Americans, once they realize that it's time to go, it's go time, they go and they win. And so we absolutely decimated the Russian fleet that was resupplying or transiting to Libya. Libya already had the Russian bombers there pre-staged and the MiG-21 aircraft that was used in the attack. So it was a coordinated Russian-Libyan attack on the American 5th Fleet, the Med Fleet. What fleet is that? I forget off the top of my head. It's not 5th, I don't think. Anyway, great scenario. Really enjoyed it. And let's see what the score is. Let's get our score here at the end. Decisive victory, 1,000%. Highest score possible. Destroyed everything. A Moskva, Kinda, Crestas, 2 Crestas, a bunch of alligator. These are military transports, by the way. So they were doing a military occupation or reinforcement, if you will, of Libya because they were working together. We did lose a couple of helicopters that were in the hangar of the Perry. They weren't shot down. They were on board when the Perry was sunk. So we lost 2 ships and 2 helicopters. All right. Great game. All right. Thanks for watching, everybody.